Last year for the Interfaith Emergency Winter Shelter in Bloomington, Indiana, we hosted our first crowdfunding campaign, and we were amazed with how successful it was. We raised over $21,000 from online contributions and another $30,000 from offline contributions. This made a huge impact, and we were truly grateful. So thanks to the donations and volunteer hours last year, we were able to provide 151 nights at the shelter. And that combined to 7,300 total nights of sleep in a safe, warm place for the homeless community in Bloomington. Another huge part that made this possible was the contributions of the over 600 community members volunteering their time, providing over 10,000 hours of service last year.
Well, hi, I'm Sarah Fromer. I'm volunteer coordinator for the Interfaith Winter Shelter when it's at First United Church. I've been doing this will now be my 5th year doing this. And you want to know what happens with the money that you give. Not only were we able to have our on-site coordinator spend more hours, but we were able to pay for laundry to be done. We pay a homeless person at the Shalom Center a living wage to do the laundry. So it helps in both ways. It helps the laundry get done, and it helps one more person have a leg up. We do have a paid social worker now who's there during the night, and that kind of help makes all the difference.
My role there as the caseworker was to engage people and try to help them lift themselves out of their current circumstance, or at least some of their current circumstance, better it. I think the number one thing Interfaith Winter Shelter does is it saves people's lives. First and foremost, that is what it does, is it saves people's lives. But it does so much more. A big part of what I did at the Interfaith Shelter is connect the people who are there to the services that Shalom Community Center has to offer. During the time I worked there, I worked with all of the people I would speak with during an evening, but 83 is the number I officially connected with, did paperwork here at Shalom to have them on my caseload. And those are all 83 are connections that were made through the Interfaith Shelter. And out of those 83, there are now 53 who are housed and 29 that are permanently housed out of those 53. And that's a pretty significant number. I don't think that would have been possible without the Interfaith Shalom collaboration.
One of the basic things that makes the shelter possible is to be sure that we get our volunteers trained. So one of the things that the board is proposing this year is to have additional training, particularly in de-escalating tense situations. All the rest of us are volunteers, but the on-site coordinator is one person who is actually hired by the board just to provide continuity and safety. This year, we would like to have the on-site coordinator spend all night. It will make a huge difference to the quality of the experience of the volunteers and just general safety.
When I first started working, there was not any paid late night shift leaders. And then the second year after the crowdfunding success, we got one that was paid. He was trained in being able to resolve conflicts and being able to help the people.
I've always grown up volunteering. It's a big deal in my family and my community, and I've just always wanted to help people who are less fortunate than I am. I think it's an extremely important thing for people to understand, and coming to Bloomington and coming to college, it's something that our community and our school definitely pushes on us in a good way. I think it's a great moral value to have, and so I always try and spread that to everyone else that's around me, to always try and help others. The Winter Shelter saves lives, and without all of you, we couldn't make that possible, which is why we're reaching out again to have you help us in our campaign for next year. We know that our plans are ambitious, but we also know that the community of Bloomington wants to help us succeed in our mission.
There are various perks available to you as a contributor, but most of all, we need you to share the link on social media and through email with your friends and family. And if you want more information on becoming a volunteer, then you can go to our website.
Thank you.